Throne Thoughts.
From the throne.
Welcome back to Throne Thoughts, the original series on our channel where we talk about and find the answers to the weird questions that we have of sitting on the throne. That's the best place to do your thinking.
Yeah, I mean, similar to Shower Thoughts, but we won't start that rivalry again in this episode. Our first thought today comes from Mr. J-Time over here.
Oh, yeah. So I was sitting there thinking, right? And I was wondering, what are some of the easiest world records to break, potentially? Because I've always wanted to try to break a world record just for the fun of it. How easy could that possibly be? Well, I did some research and found some of the easiest, potentially, world records to break. Not to say that any of these would be easy, but just at least possible.
Coming to a Brit Brain channel near you.
All right. So I'm just going to go through these. I have quite a few examples. So if any of these you'd like to try to break yourself, let us know about it because you might be able to. Most socks put on 1 foot in 30 seconds. The rules are you can only put on and touch 1 sock at a time while you're putting them on. The record is 28. 28 socks in 30 seconds. If you have an excess of toilet paper laying around for no particular reason, you might be able to try this one yourself. The record for the most rolls of toilet paper stacked on top of each other in 30 seconds is 28. Again with the 28.
Yeah.
You can only touch 1 roll at a time, and that's the thing. I think the hardest part of that would be the amount of time it takes you to bend over, pick one up, and then reach up to put. But yeah, 28, that's less than 1 per second. It's pretty good. All right, this next one sounds slightly painful. Most clothespins clipped to the face in 60 seconds. If you want to try that, that's great. I'm going to pass on this one. The record is 51 in 60 seconds. That would just, I can't.
Does linking it to your beard count?
That is a technicality. Good question.
Yeah.
That would be a question for the Guinness World Records.
Guinness Book of World Records.
Guinness. I'm a genius.
Yes, the beer people, they do make the book. It's the same people.
Next is the most Jello eaten with chopsticks in 1 minute. That would be 3.2 ounces.
That doesn't seem like a lot, but that's really impressive.
Most saltine crackers eaten in 1 minute. The current record is 10. And no, you cannot drink anything. 10 saltine crackers. That sounds possible, but...
Then you get the caveat of not being able to drink anything.
Don't try that at home and then blame us if you choke to death.
Well, they can't blame us if they're dead.
That's fair enough.
You can't
do it
blame
at home.
us if you're dead. You didn't say that.
Longest time keeping 2 balloons in the air with just your head. Take a guess at how long.
Without looking at the screen, 23 minutes.
Oof. That would be extremely impressive. The record is only 1 minute and 9 seconds.
What?
I mean, think about it. With 2... I feel maybe like with a lot of practice.
Get this video to 100 likes and we're going to beat that record. I don't care if it takes all day, but we're going to go to a different location, probably outside, and beat that record. I hope there's not a wind.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be harder.
Yeah.
We'll try.
One of us will beat it. It'll take all day, but one of us will do it.
The last one I have for you today is the world's largest collection of rubber ducks. Easy one to beat. As long as you have enough money and enough room. The last I checked, the record was 5,630 ducks.
So I was thinking, I heard once that things like Jiffy and other things like that, they're actual units of measurement. So I was wondering, what other odd units of measurement are there? I'm just going to read them off right here for the sake of simplicity. I'll put these up on screen as we go along. So, a buttload is an official unit of measurement. Yes, so a buttload is actually 132 gallons of wine.
What? A buttload is 132 gallons of wine.
Yes. And a hogshead is 63 gallons of wine.
Interesting.
This one's funny. So a micromort measures the probability of death.
Micromort.
Yeah. 1 micromort is a 1 in a million chance of death. So smoking 1.4 cigarettes or spending an hour in a coal mine increases your risk of death by precisely 1 micromort.
1.2 cigarettes.
Yeah,
will increase
1.4. Yeah.
1.4 cigarettes will increase your chance of dying by 1 in 1 million.
Yep.
Wow.
And going skydiving is 7 micromorts.
You hear it here first, folks. Skydiving is worse for you than cigarettes.
Just kidding. Don't. No. Cigarettes bad. 10,000 micromorts to Gryffindor. Pats of butter are 1/3 of an ounce.
A pat of butter.
Yep. So butter is packaged in 48 pats, apparently, which roughly equates to
Good butter.
yeah, good butter. So a pat of butter is approximately the same size as a tablespoon of butter. We know horsepower, but manpower is also a measurement. And it is approximately 1/8 to 1/10 of a horsepower.
I'm gonna start telling people how much power my car is in people power. Wait. So you're telling me that a new Mustang has 4,800 people power?
Yep. And there's a thing known as a beard second, which is exactly how it sounds. It is the length of time that a beard of the average human male takes to grow.
And how far is that?
That's the part that's disputed. It's between 5 and 10 nanometers
5?
a second.
Wow.
Yeah, which a nanometer is not very far. Oh, this one's smelly. So, an olf is a unit of odor.
Olf.
Yep. An olf is the unit of odor. Olfs are used for measuring the air quality of indoor spaces like offices. 1 olf is basically the amount of odor of 1 standard person. So what is a standard person, you might ask? The olf standard is a person with a skin area of 1.8 square meters who bathes 0.7 times per day and is seated comfortably in a comfortable temperature.
Well,
If the person becomes slightly active, it rises to 5 olfs. So apparently people generally are pretty stinky. Tell people they're full of olfs if they're full of crap. Yeah. And this one is really hard to say.
okay.
It is quasi, hemi, demi, semi, quavar.
What is that?
It is a unit of brief musical time, precisely the 128th note.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's another one that's half of that. I don't know how to say that one either.
Who is responsible for this?
Beethoven and Bach, actually. Thank them, because they use them a lot.
Right.
He didn't expect me to have that answer.
I did not.
So those were our thoughts from the throne this week. So that was this week's Throne Thoughts.
Make sure and post in the comments below any thoughts that you have from your throne.
Stop watching the video. Bye.